Welcome back to the NDS. We are here at Phoenix for race 2 of the season. Quick look down qualifying. Back up through the gears. We are ready to roll here. Pace cars off. My boy Darkest Presence getting real into his job as a pace car driver. He'll pull around 3 and 4. Drive down pit road and leave the field to the racing here. Wyatt Junkman scoring a pole for today's race. As we go to take the green flag to kick off the Amazon 400. Alrighty, you see the outside get a bit of a jump, but the inside coming back. The beginning of this race going to be crazy though. Ben McDonald clears out for the lead on the outside. As the battles kick off, Port slides up the track a bit. And down the front stretch, lap 1 complete. Portbot currently sitting second as Junkman gets to settle into third. All the way back here is where the battles really begin to kick off. Derek Hamill, Mizzou, looking for a spot. It's in the top 10. One of our fantasy drivers definitely overqualified for this race, Ben D. Straw, currently sitting in the top 10 as we speak. And further back, we got some 3-wide action going down the straight, really pinching him off. Born Ready in the 1, looking to try to slice his way up through the middle here. Another driver's taking their best shot, going at it. Nova 77, Jake almost got a little bit of smoke from the 13, but clear of it now. Seeing a little bit of battling there. The 7 of Silent Suzuka going way up the track. Trying to keep the piece to herself, I guess. A lot of through-eyed battling, hoping that settles down. Near the front, Ben McDonald's running from Port. But can't keep my eyes off this battle back here when they get constant side by side. Toad Warrior powering up to 11th right now. That's Hamill just outside the top 10. You can really see how poor qualifying really bogs you down. You do not want to be stuck all the way in the back this early on. I think Hyperdrive has been looking to make a pass on Coco Latte for a little bit now. For 33, he's got good pace, just nothing to really do with it. Just kind of when you're stuck behind someone like this. Mako also running inside the top 10. We have a yellow on the track right now. Oh, we got more extracurricular violence here as the 71 hits the inside wall. I think he saved it though. They're a little bit of 4 wide. I just don't think he knew. Oh. Oh boy. I think it all starts when that one racer chops off Cilio Willie. And right there they put Tedo in the middle of 3 wide. And then his fat ass just kind of loses control of the car. Oh, Canadian Lux pounds the outside wall. Whoa, some really great avoids in the field. Let's go helicopter cam on a little bit further back. You can see this is the 34 of Craig Newhouse as some of these drivers making their first starts, but look at him. As soon as he sees it happen, just slows down just enough to thread a hole and still has good enough speed to really maintain through there. I think it was Cody Goforth that got in the grass to try to avoid it, but it did cost him a pretty penny when it came to track position. So I think everybody's still... Oh, the Canadian Lux machine is going down pit road. But I think other than that, everybody's still on the lead lap. All right. Yep. The 9's back out there, but he's last. So let's take a look right now. We got Ben McDonald, who has been out front the entire time. Portbot sits second. Wyatt Junkman running in third. Coco Latte sits fourth. Hyperdrive rounds out top 5. And then back to your top 10, it's Mako Kit, Misty Viper, Mizzou, Derek Hamill, and Ben D. Straw. What a lovely name. Pace car in. And Ben McDonald, you are taking this field back to green. Let's see how you do on this restart. And it looks like he got a good one. Portbot not keeping up with that 97. And Hyperdrive wastes no time at all getting the position. That 33 just needed that. Look at what is going on down here. Misty Viper looks like he threw about 5 different blocks on Hamill. And it worked. Hardly had any speed to that point in the restart, so the 40 keeping the position. And then Ben D. Straw on the outside of Hamill. Going to take that position as well. A little bit of tension in the air. As we've had rivalries in NDS before, but now they're really kicked into effect. A lot of these drivers don't have respect for each other, and they're very short-sighted, so that's our trademark recipe for disaster. As Junkman and Port going side by side, this is for second on the racetrack. The 5 looking to make the position happen. Port is hanging on the outside. Hyperdrive kind of just flip-flopping between both the lanes, and he goes up to the 16 though. Hyperdrive actually so successful on the outside that he takes third for himself. And in he goes in and immediately makes a move for second in a perfect way. Hyperdrive getting a 2-for-1 combo. Special on both those drivers. Misty Viper looking for a spot on the top 5. But I want to take it like, because Born Ready, back to Born Ready for a top 10, but just outside the top 10, you got some good positions being fought over here. Nick Breeding looking for a spot. That'll be 14th if he gets a pass on the 2 car. That one racer a little further back. All the way back to Jake for the top 20. Even just outside the top 20, they're a little bit racy. Kyle D and Ringo. They're both kind of side by side. Got one on the outside, one on the inside. The inside lane here is pretty packed. And with you got Zentz just kind of stuck where he is, looking for a lane to get past for 6 of Kyle D. Tiger Man also is as well. So it's a little frustrating for both these drivers to be stuck behind the 6. RS the anime guy looking for a shot inside the top 20. Right here, see the top 3 are all just kind of where they are right now. It looks like they've got single filed quite a bit. I'd say the first real battle for position was Nick Breeding trying to make a pass on Ben D. Straw. That 44 has just really been an electric performance. He hasn't been inside a race car since Fantasy Truck Series Season 1, and yeah, now he's back in the action. It's very like interesting to see a lot of new faces. I wouldn't say fill the field, but participate on the stage of racing. Born Ready Toad Warrior. I think this is for a spot inside the top 10, so Toad picking up that on the 1. That's what they want to see right now. But looking out for the lead, that is Ben McDonald and Hyperdrive. Both these drivers have a lot of experience under their belt. They've won titles, they've won tons of races. And just seeing like the clash of the Titans 1-2 right now, in very stark contrast to the rest of the top 5. A lot of these up and comers looking to etch their names into the record books for wins. The 5, the 16, the 43. Well, okay, the 43 has already won a race, but that's besides the point. Just the amount of time that they've been racing in NDS is night and day. Hyperdrive looking for any sort of way around, but Portbot is strong, getting all the way up to this battle. Like, remember, Hyperdrive did help Port around the 5. Not sure if Port's going to return the favor for helping around the 97. You could just see where Ben like mentally is right now. Speaking of where he is right now mentally, his teammate Canadian Lux has made no headway on the field right now. Kasane Tedo also back there, the 2 that got crash damage, and a lot of those that are also bogged down. Cody Goforth, Angel Matvia have like no traction in trying to make up through the field. Exo Tiger also one of those drivers that's also just kind of been kept down by the amount of traffic around him, and it really is strange, especially going into this race to points leader, that he would have such a tough time at this track, no less. The front few are just so good at what they do, like surgical precision, single filedness. Let's take a look at Mako Kid. One of the underrated drivers going into this season, new to being a rookie, and also made the 500 pretty well in her duel, but now having to endure the full wrath of the season, that's going to be tough. Can the 67 with its new driver actually put up solid results, or are they going to flounder in the standings? That's really the question of the day. And speaking of drivers taking on the schedule, let's go over our 3 drivers making their first career starts. We got Puck inside the top 20. He's got himself a pretty good car, and he's been pretty fast at most places, just not the luck he needed in the duel, and missing the 500 really puts a damper on the beginning of the season, but that's good for the 2 team. They're up here. They're doing some damage. Next up is Cilio Willie. After the 54 got past Ben D. Straw, Cilio Willie's the next driver up to make a pass on the number 44. So we'll see what he can do with that. And finally, Craig Newhouse, sitting in the 22nd position. He's pretty hopeful in making the 500 until the incident that put him outside the top 15, and just no help came after that. Now he's got himself in a race proper. A top 25 would be a pretty good day for him, but he's got to hold off some drivers looking behind him to take that position. The 7 tried to, but couldn't quite get the run there. So overall learning experience for all these drivers. Out front, we got the top three of the race. That any one of these drivers could be the one that gets it done. Take a look at this from some really wide shot cameras. Looking at how it happens, like seeing them kind of get a little bit spaced out now. Look at the 5. Wyatt Junkman sitting in 4th right now. If he can just get a little bit more speed and maybe get crafty with his pit strategy, he'll be the one to take this. So a lot of the drivers just in their zone right now. Toad Warrior has a pretty good car brought with them ever since that wreck. They worked on this thing, and now they're getting themselves almost in the top 5. And if they can make this pass, that would be a top 5 position. Behind him, you see Born Ready making a good pass on Hamill. The 40 holds off, though. The 1 able to get by. And another rising star through the field. That one, Racer, has been cleaving his way from his relatively rough qualifying position, but now he is up to the 9th position. I don't think the 10 can win this race, but he's on a warpath to give it as good of a shot as any. Keep your eyes on these front few. Once we get to around lap 35, the pit window opens up to make it to the end. So that's what they're looking for. The 16 port. I mean, I'm not saying that I expected him to fall off, but at the same time, there's no shame in not being able to keep up with these two titans of the industry here. And look at this. Battle for third. Junkman right behind him. He's definitely trying to make a pass. We'll see what the 5 has for the 16 is. We kind of got like synchronized battles here. Because looking at the 33 and the 97, that is also kind of like another pair happening. A lot of pairs, they're pairing up. Hamill getting his revenge on Born Ready, getting back around the 1. Hamill's going to duel down the back if he can hold off the 1 going into turn 3. That one, Racer, enters the fray. The 10 is fast. That's all we need to know about him. He's giving a good push to the 8, trying to get Hamill around so that Racer can get by them both. I think Born Ready just has on the high side, so I think that's what Racer definitely saw. That he's going to go switch to go high and try to make the pass there, but it just didn't happen. Both these drivers are walling off the 10. Now Born Ready gets clearance, and that's going to create a situation where they both have to try to hold off the 10 together. Toad Warrior gets a spot on Misty Viper as the front few are back to being spaced out. Looking at where everyone is here. Top 4, where they are. Nick Breeding and Coco Latte both going down, dueling into the corner. The 43 is trying to rebound from the 500 run that didn't go their way, so that's just what it is sometimes. Ben McDonald currently holding very strong here. All 42 cars are still here and on the lead lap, so this will be an interesting time. See how this goes. It'll be a 30 laps to the end, especially with some of those caution laps. They wanted to go a little bit further. But Portbot takes the initiative on pit road. I think some of those guys back there, like Toad, Misty, Viper, they saw that. They wanted their driver in. A lot of other drivers coming in. This just leaves Ben McDonald and Hyperdrive 1-2 right now. Wyatt Junkman's a little bit back there. Ben's going to stay out as Hyperdrive and Junkman both come in. That might be detrimental to what the 97 wants. Ringo does stay out with him. And you have a lot of drivers coming in. Pit road's a busy place this time. Ben McDonald runs all the way until he's in this lap. See, Ringo and Portbot, Ringo couldn't go in that time. He was kind of obstructed. Get me back on the 66. So this is not the situation Port wants to find himself in, because he's got to make up great speed and get past the fucking 66 team. This is what's frustrating to the 16. I think this time he senses what's in the water, as Hyperdrive is out in front of the 16 team. 66 makes their pit stop. I think this more or less just comes out to where Ben, and Ben's going to lose that to Hyperdrive. Maybe. I think Hyperdrive's got it. Ben goes right up, slides up, trying to cut Port off. Port goes high. Macaroni, currently the one driver that is about to go a lap down to Hyperdrive, who we know have made the pit stop. The 66 of Ringo, he did lead those laps, but he is going to be going very far back. I mean, he knows he's got a good car. He just needs to realize that this isn't going to be his race, and when he qualifies good for a race in the future, that's when he knows that he can turn it up. Macaroni currently in the last position, all 42 on the lead lap. Top 10 back to Hamill. There you can see the positions of the drivers coming off pit road. Some drivers definitely benefited from a feast of a pit stop, while others definitely dropped the ball. You can see the lining up here. As Macaroni about to go a lap down right here. That's about a second and a half Hyperdrive's lead on the rest of the field. I say that as if everyone else is battling for second. No, Portbot has second place right now. He's looking for a really good run, just a little bit more. Born ready inside the top 5. This is a very strange race that has gone green for a while now. Looking for any sort of battles within mid-position, or anybody who I think is going to make up just a little bit more spots. Jake in the 77 he's looked good. He's just trying to get past the 13. Cilio Willie's put in a pretty good race so far. If he could finish top 20, that would be great for him. Ben D. Straw, his run as a fantasy driver just can't really hold despite his good qualifying position. Exo Tigers up here. The 99 is looking for just that little bit more track position here. Next race is a road course, so that'll be interesting to see. as we continue like West Coast bullshit. Tiger Man just barely inside the top 25. It's an interesting situation for where he is. We see Seto getting the pass on Exo Tiger, at least trying to. Watching out the 99 on the high side, trying to get some sort of run around. Angel Madfia just couldn't get anything going. Esri's really stuck back here. Krugemeyer, doubly so. That 12 is not looking very hopeful. And a lot of the drivers, another one, Cody Goforth, he had decent qualifying position. Looks like he probably could have run up, but ever since that trip through the grass to trying to avoid that caution, he has not looked good at all. Not many real drivers back here. Now we got KSS. That's really just the last of elite lap guys. And now we got the lapper Macaroni right here. Port does not want to keep behind this guy. He needs to make it past any way he can. He's also got Ben McDonald hounding him down for second. This 16 team, they're a bit worrying. That 97 has looked really good. Ben McDonald has shown speed. It just hasn't really coalesced into anything good so far. So what he's looking for is something to be proud of. All over the backup port. Good God. That's going to be about a 2-second lead as Hyperdrive continues to run his race. I mean, that's what he does best. He wins races, and that's not a lot else. I mean, sure, he won a championship, but it's been a while ago, so he's just been kind of collecting those wins in the bank and just running like he does. Now he's hit an ocean of lap traffic. KSS, BSS, Tedo, Derek Baum, Dr. Popper, many of the drivers, a few of these fancy drivers that failed to make the 500 getting their run here at Phoenix. And now when you've got all this lap traffic, if you can get by it, then you leave it for everyone else behind you to also deal with. Hell, they're still dealing with Macaroni. Fucking Born Ready has got to this battle here for 4th position. And Hyperdrive just kind of sitting where he is. Right here, you think that Macaroni's slightly higher line can get these guys a little bit of run to get past him. That's not the case. Ben McDonald tried to make a pass, but Born Ready capitalized. The 1 moves into 3rd. I think he's going to take it on the high side here. No, Ben's going to battle back inside. No, Born battles back outside. Really hard to tell. At any given moment, who's going to get that fucking battle going? Right here, you just see the 33 just bogged to shit. Just trying one at a time. That's all you can really ask for in situations like this. Born Ready has really shown himself some great speed trying the inside this time. Ben McDonald goes with a little bit. They're fanning out a little bit going into the dog leg. Through 3 and 4, Ben switches up on him, but Born has been battling up for second. He throws it in there. Now he's just side by side with Macaroni. Born Ready in the second position, about 2.5 seconds. That's a lot. Mac drifts up the track. Now Portbot gets clear. Now Wyatt Junkman's brought into this battle. That's the entirety of a top 5. But if Macaroni kind of splits these two up, then that creates even more consequential situations for these drivers. Hyperdrive is caught all the way up to Dr. Popper and is putting him a lap down. After him, it'd be the 84. John Sully's up there. Exo Tigers got past that 44, but he's 23rd. A lot of these drivers that are looking for just a little bit of track position near the end. The 24 has been tried to peak on the 34, but nothing came out of it. Like these drivers that are about half a lap down or even more. Like, that's crazy. Oh, speaking of crazy, Born Ready has caught the back of this lap traffic pack, but the problem is he's about 3 cars behind where the 33 is. It's not impossible for Born Ready, but he's going to have to really focus up here if he wants to win this race. He's taking advantage of the high side. KSS, BSS in the 4 going around some of these drivers. Hyperdrive stays committed to the back of the 23. Dr. Popper not making that easy for him. But at the same time, KSS kind of cleared the 01. That puts Born Ready behind. As now Dr. Popper fights to stay on the lead lap. It looks like it's not going to take. Yeah, that continues to go on as laps wind down. Even the 20 of Wolf Van Halen is battling the 84 ahead. Not a single soul has DNF'd this race. Coming to 5 to go. Take a look. This is for 3rd. Portbot, Ben McDonald have been battling pretty intensely. I think Ben has a chance to get a run. Doesn't get there. Toad Warriors taking 5th off Junkman. And Born Ready, this is probably one of the most frustrating kinds of second place finishes. You've had such a good car that can cleave through, but without enough time, the 33 just wins this race. Four laps remaining. Looking at any other micro battles that can happen here. Portbot, Ben McDonald further back. Brogan 99, that one racer. Plenty of drivers looking at just any bit of track position they can get. Hamill fighting for a top 10 with Ringo back there. Right there, they were really going hard for it, but I think the 66 is just, he's got fresher shit, so he's able to get right in there, but Hamill not giving up. 2 to go. Junkman's just trying to hold off for 6 now. And all the way here, at Born Ready 2nd, but that time Hyperdrive already got past John. 36 on the lead lap. And Hyperdrive for the white flag. One more lap to go. He's built himself up quite a bit of a lead here. Oh, we got a slow. Ben McDonald got around Port there. KSS was slow off 1 and 2. But through turns 3 and 4, Hyperdrive 282 gets his first win of the season at Phoenix. Collecting wins is all he's got. And for Born Ready, another second place just stings that little bit harder. Hamill got the top 10 on Ringo back there. Great job for the 8 team. Right here, that's the race. The final results are listed on the side of the screen. Take a look at all of them. And that's all for this race. We'll see you next time. Take care.